Project Zomboid is an unforgiving game. One mistake and it's over. You jump for a drink to unwind, and when casually returning home, the population still hurt your guts.
Die, you unzombified scum!
Son of a... I just bought that glass. I returned home thinking I'm carrying my boxing gloves and safely found my way to bed.
One leg, two leg, one
Only to wake up with a terrible realization that I lost them. I was gloveless. I looked at every single tile, but found no sign of my boxing gloves. It hit me. I lost them at the car arena. I tried to lift off and get there as soon as possible, but the thick trees and blocking crowds made it impossible. I was forced to ask my uncle for a favor, even though I knew he was busy.
Stupid fly!
My uncle was pretty straightforward. Either there is something or it's not. He didn't ask many questions.
Who got the gloves, punks?
Unsatisfied with the answer, he proceeded to track the whole map to find my missing gloves. Even when hit, unlike me, he would destroy any weapon just to deny it to the enemy. While mapping the map, he got approached by the senior officer claiming the area is closed to ununiformed civilians. That activated his muscle memories, but also got him thinking how to attract the gloves. He started to ask random strangers for a warm-up training.
Grab me! Ow! Like in the Olympics!
Obviously, strangers were not fond of the idea of being touched, so instead he decided to mark them, just to remember the places he has been to. Once marked, he came up with the idea to organize the boxing match himself, hoping one of the contestants would bring his own boxing gloves. And for that, he needed to mulch the area for solid arena foundation. He hoped one of the arena tiles would share the secret about the gloves, but the alarm to get back home for the Tales from the Crypt show forced him to improvise. Putting glass shards into his hands, hoping enough faces would create new boxing gloves for me, which didn't really go as planned. I knew that if I am to find my gloves, I need to treat this task a bit more professionally, so I found a suitable profession clothes that deal with any unwillingness to share secrets.
Mission override. Accessing files.
Once I acquired the perfect hitman suit, I knew it's only a matter of time before the gloves would return back to my hands. I arrived at the arena letting my uncle know that we should join forces. I just need to put my suit on. It fit like a glove. Quick manage to get my interrogation skills going, and off I went, only to be stopped by my uncle, in close, making his sweat contained. I couldn't bear that smell, and since my uncle built a cult following, they wouldn't let me communicate with him about my missing gloves. So I decided to reset my memory by sleeping.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Making my brain think I'm the smoothest criminal, nimble and fast. Right when I was in the middle of the arena, full of hope that I would summon my uncle as one entity, he arrived with the entire cult, making it impossible to get to my gloves. I had to find a way to separate them. Questioning them all at once about my gloves would be like being a hot teacher in a high school. So I made a cup of tea to clear my mind, and instead I decided to invite them into a smaller room, hoping only one at a time would enter. I sensed the impatience in their knocking, but I had a clear movement plan for that exact situation.
Stop! Dodge! Evil!
Having a plan and then executing it are two different things. I had a last resort weapon, atomic solution one could say, perfectly balanced glove catchers. With extended arms like this, I would fear no crowds, and any gloves would be mine, even in the tiniest of spaces. I just had to calibrate them for the right signal. What I didn't know was that extended boxing gloves catchers are forbidden, especially if you're blind. That wouldn't stop me. What did stop me was the realization that the gloves were in my pocket the whole time.